Okay, everyone. Hi.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Okay, everyone. Hi. There's Aiko. Can you hear Aiko? Oh,
No, I had some. It was my fault. Sorry.
okay. Sorry. Okay. Hope you all can hear me and hear us. Sorry, and see us. Hoping for a good connection during these 2 hours. And let's start then. My name is Andrea Nucci, and on the other side we have Andrea Togni, and
Sorry. That was my cue. Sorry. Yes, I'm Andrea Togni. Nice to meet you all.
yeah, and we are MATLAB ambassadors. What means? It means that we our aim is to help people with MATLAB, Simulink, and all the stuff MathWorks creates. And we want you to know what are the features of MATLAB, what are the features of Simulink, and we will see all of this stuff during these following months. And that's okay. This is our aim, this is our target. Hope you will enjoy this 2 hours today, and then on Friday we have the other 2 hours. Let's start then. Okay, I have a presentation for you. Okay, welcome to MATLAB Onramp. Me, it's Andrea Nucci, and on the other side we have Andrea Togni. Of course, the same name. It means we are really tight, really linked, and hope you the same. Hope you are linked with us during these 2 hours. Then, what is MATLAB? MATLAB stands for Matrix Laboratory. This is of course built for on the for the what can I say for the first object for to work with matrices, and this is of course a programming language, and we work in a numerical computing environment. MATLAB allows us to work with matrices, to manipulate matrices, to plot, as you can see here in this image. This is just a screenshot, but yeah, you can do it really, for real, and we can implement algorithms. So MATLAB at the end is a sort of a feature for an engineer, a tool. It is really important. Okay, keep on. The objective of today, the objectives are of course exploring MATLAB environment, because this is an on-ramp. Thus is the basis of MATLAB, and we will show you everything from the environment to try to write down a script, and of course dealing with all the basics of this programming language, like using arrays, matrices, plots, etc. Maybe plots on Friday, but yeah, today we are gonna focus on arrays and matrices. And at the end of these 2 hours, we want to show you, to propose you a contest, so you can exercise with some problems. And for this contest, we have incredible gadgets, we would say, for you. So the first 3 or first 4 people who will conclude and send us the exercises completed, of course, they're gonna gain incredible gadgets, like for instance, and this is the we show you in a minute the gadgets, that the main objective of course is have fun together, So hope you enjoyed these 2 hours, and come on, let's start. Okay, to start, we want to show you the gadgets, and Andrea wears his incredible hat, as you can see, and I have a T-shirt, an incredible
Yes, always
T-shirt.
during seminars.
And of course, one of the most important is the mug of MathWorks with like stickers. I don't know if you can see them printed on, and all the drinks you drink with this mug are tastier. Mwah. And that's it.
Yes, I always use mine in the laboratory when working. Yeah,
Yeah,
and everyone is coming to me and asking me to give them one, but I can't. So I always tell them to follow the seminars, but they never do. So they won't have one.
Yes, exactly. If you focus on these exercises, you're gonna gain these incredible gadgets. So be focused and until the end, and that's it. Start. Okay, we have the. Hope you can see the environment of MATLAB. This is the environment. I hope you open this kind uh, of place or environment. And oh yeah, just before start, I want you to know that we're gonna have other events, other other Onramp. Maybe at the end of November we will have a Simulink Onramp. It's quite important Simulink because you can deploy all the knowledge of all the courses like automatic controls and apply them on Simulink and solve all the problems you have in that kind of stuff. At the end maybe of the semester, I mean at the end of November, maybe at the middle of December, we will have another event about plotting, okay? And we will have another contest, and I hope you will join us in that period. But we will see, no problem. We have lots of stuff to do now, and let's start then. Okay, this is the environment of MATLAB. As you can see here, in the hand left side on the top, we have we can create new files like a script. The script is the common file we can find in MATLAB. We can open all the files and we can save, of course, the files, and we will show you also what does it mean run, what does it mean all the stuff, the comment, etc. At the bottom, on the left hand side, we have the workspace. In the workspace we can find variables like a in this case, but we can have also other variables. We can name variables, we can work with them, we can I'll show you then. In the middle, the most important place, the editor place. You can edit scripts, you can write like nonsense phrases, but you can also create variables. I show you what does it mean variables. They can have sense, or they can have number. They can be number. They can be letters. Okay, I show you how to use them. Okay, this is the main place where you can edit all the stuff you want to do. At the bottom, then we have the common window. What is the common window? It's like a field where you can how can I say, you can write down things. Okay, somebody asks to zoom in. I try to. I think it's hard now to zoom, but we are just talking about places like areas, but not really important what I'm writing down then. But you must know that here you can write whatever. You can create variables and assign maybe a number, okay, or maybe you can do multiplication, divisions, etc. But that's not really important now. We can switch directly to another place called Livescript. Is how can I say? Is another kind of file, different from the normal script. We have this one. It's an example, but it's also the environment where we're gonna work during these 2 hours. Hope you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, hope it's quite zoomed. As you can see here, this is a Livescript. What does it mean, Livescript? In this place, you can write down text. Okay, for instance, I wrote down this title, Part 1, MATLAB Basics, and you can create sections. Like this is a table of content, and we have 3 sections in this place. For instance, entering commands, machine epsilon flop precision, matrices and arrays basics, etc. And you can text there, like in Word, in Microsoft Word. But moreover, of course, you can write down in programming language, like creating variables. But step by step, we'll show you how the variables works, how this this environment works, and you're gonna gain new features for using MATLAB. Okay, let's start with entering commands. As you can see here, written as text, you can use the common addition, subtraction, multiplication commands, and you can use them just as a calculator, so you can actually calculate a multiplication. For instance, we have here an example. I nominated vector, okay, I mean an array. It's an array. It's a sort of box when you can add numbers, add letters, but for now focus on numbers. For instance, here I wrote down a equal to 5 times 3, and of course at the bottom we have the solution, because of course MATLAB can calculate this multiplication. Is 5 times 3, and in this place a in this file a is equal to 15. In fact, if I wrote down here a and I press enter, the file gonna show me that a is actually equal to 15, because he knows what is inside a, the array a. And okay, moreover, what can I do? A is also a number, is 15. So if I want to refresh the box A, and I want to add something more, I can just write a is equal to itself. Okay, so a is equal to a plus 1. What does it mean? It means that a can be added to a number 1, and the result is 16. This means that I changed the inside of these boxes. It's not in 15 but 16. I added a number, and you can refresh lots of times this this box. In fact, if I now I run this line, so in the workspace here I can find what it is A. A in fact is now 16, not more 15 but 16, because I added a unit. Moreover, now delete this X because it's not oh, by the way, not worry. Okay, okay, keep on. As I said, is an array, is a place where I can throw in things like numbers. Can I find? Can I show you what is it actually A? Yeah, double click in A here, and MATLAB will show us that A is a variable, and it is 1 by 1. That means that now you can see a sort of Excel place, is a Excel style environment, and you can see in the first box of A there is a number 16, and it's 1 per 1 the dimension of A. But of course A can be more than that. It can be more than one place, one cell box. It can be a vector, or it can be a matrix. And I'll show you that onward. Okay, so return to our live actor. This is of course our place where to work. You can find also another thing. This kind of percent. It's in green, and all that stuff that is written after this percent is in green. What does it mean? It's a comment. So here I comment this vector, this array, sorry, and it's written, this is an assignment. The variable must start with the letter. Okay, so this is a comment. In this place, you can write whatever you want. Okay, you can write also stupid things. Okay, and it will be always a comment after the symbol percent. Yeah, MATLAB will ignore all that stuff because it's not his stuff. Is just a comment for the reader or the writer. Like yes, A states for the number of people in the class, so 15 is the number of people in the class, or maybe 5 times 3 is the apples I bought for my 3 children. Thus I have 15 apples, and it's 5 times 3. Then I will write here apples for my children. Okay, that's an example, and it's only for the writer or maybe for the readers of this Livescript. Okay, let's move on. As you can see here, I nominated another array. It is called B, and is equal to A divided by 2. Okay, you can do really lots of things with MATLAB. You can nominate new vectors, and you can write inside this vector. You can nominate inside this vector another vector. So I wrote B is equal to A divided by 2. Thus, if I run it, let's say, okay, I ran B, and B now is a number. Actually, it's a number. Okay, it's not because I show you what is B inside. I double click B, and b is actually number 8. It's not a divided by 2, but it is a number 8. That means if I change a, like here I write 3, a plus 3, a is equal a plus 3, and I run it, what I'm gonna show you is that a is now 19. B is not run again, so it's 8 yet. But if I rerun B, ta-da! B is changed. Now B is 8, always A divided by 2, but A now is 19. Thus, A divided by 2 is 9.5. As you can see here, the dot is the typical comma in Italian. Please don't go wrong with that, because usually you can have lots of mistakes for that. By the way, keep on. So now I can add to an array, other array, divide them, multiply them, or create an addition, a subtraction, an exponentation. Okay, keep on. So you can do whatever. You can write 1 plus 3 times 2. As always, it's before you will compute 3 times 2, and then we will add 1, and that's it. So, for instance, hope that it will be visible for you. For instance, I write down x equal to 3, and the solution is, of course, x equal to 3. But if I want to write down x is equal to 3 plus 3, I mean 2 plus 3 times 4, the solution will be 14. Okay, hope you can see. Or maybe I want to rewrite this array x, and I want to write, for instance, 14 elevated to the power of 4. And as you can see here, MATLAB can compute it easily, quite easily. Moreover, this is a command window, as I said. You can write here whatever, and you can create here your vectors, your matrices, your arrays in general, and they will be displayed here in the workspace. That's I think it's quite clear, but you can recall all the vectors you wrote in every time. I mean, with the arrow here displayed, I can hope you can see there is a bit of lag. Okay, you can recall all of your comments with this arrow, okay, on your computer. And for example, if I press the key, you can see I wrote a lot of things, like x equal to 14 elevated to 4, x equal to 2 times plus 3 times 4, x equal to 3. I can recall them in an easy way, and with the pressing enter, I can run them. And in this way, I run them, and the solution is of course 14. This is an easy way to go inside the command window, because, for instance, if I wrote a long equation like 3 plus 4 times 5 elevated to the power of 60, for instance, and if I write a lot of things then, and I enter it, the solution is of course this one, and you can see here the power. okay, 10 times elevated to the power of 42. But I mean, oh God, I had a mistake, and I wanted to elevate the 5 to the power of 63. And if I want to change it, I need to rewrite the equation. Or on the other side, I can just easily press the arrow up, say, ah yes, this is the equation, I can keep it and change it. Like with backspace, I can eliminate the 0, and I said 62, yeah, 62. Yes, I forgot, I wanted to write also plus 952, and I can just change it, and I will be shown that the x is changed is number. And yeah, this is a point of command window. It's pretty easy to understand and pretty useful indeed. Okay, so in MATLAB I can write long sentences. I can write long expressions, and yeah, this is an example. For instance, we have zeta equal to that stuff. The variables, this is an exercise of course for you, but because of the time I need to run more quickly. Yeah, for instance, I want to name this array z, which is equal to y minus x over x times 1 times 100. The x is equal to 3.45, y is equal to 1.62, and but I need to write this sentence in a way that MATLAB can understand. Okay, so how can we do it? Of course, I need to call x equal to 3.45. Okay, I need to call y equal to 1.52. But there's a problem, because I wrote here in the command window that x is equal to 8 point blah 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 to the power of 43. Okay, so here we have 3.45. Here we have a huge number. What can I do? Of course, I need to run here. Okay, so I press enter here, because I want to change the number inside x. As you can see here, x now is not more this stuff, is 8 point blah blah blah, but is 3.45. So now is we have a good point. We have the wanted number inside x. Thus, we have y, as I said, and here in the workspace you can see all the variables, and the variables of y is 1 point blah blah blah. I need then to nominate zeta. I wrote it in a different way, in two ways. Here we have zeta 1. Okay, is a way to write down this equation, and it is in brackets. As you can see here, MATLAB can understand the difference between all the symbols, and we have here a kind of a way to write down the equation. This is another one. They are similar. They are totally similar. If you don't trust me, I can show you that if I ask to MATLAB this stuff, and it is read like zeta 1 is zeta 1 actually equal to zeta 2, and if MATLAB says yes, it is, it will display as 1. 1 is like yes, you're right, or maybe it's true. Okay. And if it's not, it will display a 0, and it means it false. Okay, it's false. In fact, the answer is a logical. Okay, it's logical, and it is 1. 1 is that it means it's true. Yes, they are the same number. In fact, if I click here, zeta 1 is equal to 36.8, and zeta 2 is 36.8. That's yeah, we have done it properly. Move on. Okay, so I hope you understood that there are different way of write down it, and yeah, you can write what you want. This is an easy equation. There are equations with other stuff like exponentials, cosinus, sinus, and all that stuff, and you can write down whatever, and you're free to do it. Move on. This is another way of solve it, as you can see. Ah, yeah, a point. Can you see here the symbol? The symbol is like, okay, you can run it, MATLAB, but please don't show me this stuff, because I just want to see the results in the workspace. So please avoid to show me what you are calculating, okay? Because I don't want to see it. By the way, keep on. This is just a way to write down, and I suggest you to use a lot of this stuff because they are quite useful. If you write down a script of I don't know 1,000 lines like that, I think you don't want to see all the stuff calculated, but just the results. So please use this stuff because yeah, it's useful. Okay, another point. Oh yeah, remember MATLAB is actually case sensitive. That means that X in capital letters is different from the X in small letters. That means that if I run it, okay, in the workspace, I've been displayed that X is different from capital X. X is 4, capital X is 4, and the little x is 3.45. So this is a proper way to divide the variables. If I have used all the alphabet from A to Z, and I need more letters, I can use capital letters. But moreover, I can use entire names, like for instance in Italian it's quite used for variables like people or like Pluto to name variables because they are funny, because they are yeah, quite silly, of course. But for examples, they are yeah, quite used. Yes, very often. Okay, so what if I want to delete a variable? For instance, I don't want actually a capital X to be here. I want it to be deleted. I need to write down a command for that. If I want to eliminate A, for instance, I need to write clear, please, MATLAB, clear A. As you can see here, or maybe it's more visible here on the Livescript, that the name of the variable is in purple. That means that MATLAB is understanding, it understands that you have introduced a command which is clear. Okay, so delete, clear, please swipe up swipe off this variable x, capital X. So if I run this stuff, yeah, in the workspace I can't find anymore x. X is capital X is has been deleted. And this is a point. You can also write yes, please clear also x and y. If you want, you can add also another vector like b. Or yeah, here there are some suggestions like yes, would like to delete b. Yes, okay. But if I want to delete something more, yeah, MATLAB says if you want, you can delete more z, c, y. Of course, he doesn't know that it's written right here why, but you can delete what you want actually. And as I've done previously, here I can clear x and y. I clear that. Okay. But if I want to delete all the stuff, I have to write a clear all. Okay. With clear all, I will show you. I have the workspace completely blank. Okay, and yeah, it's a smart way to clear off everything and have everything renewed. Moreover, as you can see here, the command window is full. Oh God, what I've done. Okay, the command window is full of stuff, and yeah, I would like to have everything blank, everything clear. What can I do? Yes, if you call, of course, you have a command for that, a function actually, and it is CLC. With CLC, and I enter it, run. Oh yeah, it's completely cleared. Okay. That's a point. I can just clear the command window. But what happens if I write like I can write down a variable x is equal to, for instance, 1. You can see it on the workspace. Okay, then we introduce y. Y is 45, for instance. You can see it on the workspace as well. And what if I put in CLC? Yeah, the command window is completely blank, but the workspace still has X and Y, because with CLC I just clear the command window, not the workspace. For the workspace I need to write down clear all. Okay. And the workspace now is clear. The command window just has this clear all, and if I want to delete it, it's CLC, and it is completely clear. Okay. Okay. So as written here, clear the command window history is CLC, but not the workspace. Okay. Yeah, a memo. This is a good point, actually. Variables can have different names. As I said, they can have names like Pippo, Pluto, but different like X, Y, Z, and etc. etc. They can have 63 characters. They are actually case sensitive, as we have seen here before. They can start with they can only start with letters, but they can contain numbers and underscores. Like I can write people in this way with the capital P is equal to 6. Okay, so I have people, but I can write all in capital, like people here, and it can be 5, for instance, and they are different. Okay, but if I want to call people 9 is another variable, okay, and it can be like that. And I can write people underscore 6. It's another variable, okay. But I can write down 6. Okay, this is not possible, because as you can see here, I mean it's quite little. As you can see here, there is an underscore which is red. That means that MATLAB isn't understanding, okay, what is going on. What happened? Because why did you write 6 underscore something? It's not a good point. So you can't actually. And if you write it, it will be displayed a problem. Okay, like this one. Okay, there is a problem. Actually, MATLAB said, oh yeah, invalid text character. Check for unsupported symbol, invisible character, or posting of non-hashy characters. Yeah, it's informatic stuff. No, don't worry. Please write your variables with letters. Okay, start with letters. Okay, want to delete this stuff? CLC. And we cleared all the stuff and want to clear the workspace, and this is clear all. Okay. I would like to refresh. Wait just a minute. Okay. Move on. Built-in function and constants. Okay. MATLAB has is a huge program. Okay. And he has a long history behind its back, and there are lots of things we can discover here on MATLAB. For instance, MATLAB has something called built-in functions. Built-in functions are like some names, like P, okay, and they states for something, okay. For instance, pi is what we would say p Greek, okay, and is 3.14 16, okay, and it is built in for it, because if I write here, I have, as you can see, the workspace is completely blank. So if I write p, okay, and I press enter, it says, actually p states for 3.1416, and it's it, because for instance, if I press X, which is not built-in, and I try to press enter, MATLAB will display unrecognized function or variable, because X is not a built-in, only P is a built-in. Or for instance, here we have a different kind of built-in function, like ABS, square root, sine, cosine. Okay, those are all built-ins, and I can use them. For instance, the sine of P is the sine of 3.1416 is that stuff. Okay. Yes, because of course the sine phi is that. But if I want to use sine d, which is degree phi, is 0.05. Okay. That means what does it mean? Because of course there are 2 points. Sine d is a sinus of the degree sinus of p. So p is not seen as it is like 3.1460, but it's a degree. So this is the solution. But here for sine p, not sine d, but sine p, it should display 0, of course, because the sine of p or the sine of 0 is 0 indeed. But he displays that stuff. What does it mean? That stuff is really little. Is 10 to the power of 16, so it's quite little. It doesn't display 0 because of course p is just this number. It's I should write sine, for instance, sine of 0 is 0 actually. The sine of 3.14, it will not be 0, but is something close to 0. If I write sine of 3.14, 16, 97, I don't remember the following numbers, it will display something really close to 0. It's negative because maybe pi is minus than that, but it's close to 0. Another point is like cosine. Cosine of p. Cosine of p is actually minus 1. Okay, because it's minus 1. And those are all the built-in functions. And I can use them without any kind of variables. As you can see here, there is no variables. There is just ans, which is answer, and it writes the last answer. If I write 3 plus 5, the answer is of course 8, and the answer will be 8 indeed. But it's not a variable. It's just an answer. And that's okay. So move on with our built-in functions. As I said, there is pi, there is cosine, and I can calculate the cosine of a variable. Okay, it's not just for a number, but for a variable. And this kind, in this situation, I have x which is equal to 3 times pi. But then I want to calculate the cosine of x, which is the cosine of 3 times pi, and the solution can be written as a variable. Okay, so I have okay, let's try to run these lines, which yeah, of course, these are called lines. This is the line 16, line 17, 18, etc. Okay, there is a problem. Why? Yeah, unrecognized function or variable x, because I didn't run this stuff because it's not in the workspace, as you can see. Okay, so I need to wait. Okay, now I have in the workspace x, and if I want to calculate this stuff, now I can. In fact, the solution is -1. As you can see here, is for the live editor, you are always displayed this stuff under the lines, but you can see them in the workspace. As I said before, there is also the cosinus degree, is another built-in function, and it's, as you can see, the solutions are different. Okay, because of course here x is seen as a degree, here is seen as radian. Okay, so as you can see, y rad and y dig are different, but let's say I don't know the right solution of this and that, and I want to ask MATLAB, please tell me if they are equal or are different. And yeah, I write an array Okay, it is called expected zero logical. Okay, is just a name. I can call it people as always, and it is equal to something. Okay, so this is the common way of write down arrays like that, like that. They are all the same. But then I ask MATLAB, is y red equal to, okay, double equal is equal to y dig? If the solution is 1, because it's logical, okay, 1 is for true, 0 is for false, and if they are equal, it will be displayed 1. If they are not, then it will be displayed 0. So the solution is, of course, a logical array, and it is 0. Okay, this is a point. It's written logical. What does it mean? Logical is a way of is a kind of array, okay, and it's different actually from this kind of arrays. Okay, these arrays are just a box with a number inside, but this is not. It has a different box. How can you see it? I can see it. You can go in the workspace, double tap here. You will be displayed a 0, but here we have logical. It means it's logical. Okay, it's totally different. It's not just a box with the number inside, because inside you can find a true or false value. Okay, and this is important because, for instance, you have a script and you want to understand if something is equal to that or something else is false compared to something else, and you want to know it. You need to create this logical array. And yeah, it is. As you can see, you can write double equal, okay, but you could find out there is other logical values, but it's another point that we will see this kind of stuff onward. Okay. Another built-in exp. Okay, exp stands for exponential. Okay, is a built-in. If I write e like in the normal, the normal neper number states actually for e in the common usage, but for MATLAB is exp. You need to write down exp, open brackets, and number inside, and this is the calculation how it could be written. Here there is the common mistakes. I'm smiling because yeah, sometimes I went wrong writing that. I spent lots of time searching for the problem in my script, and of course this was the problem. Okay, this is as you can see here. This is another stuff. Here I can see R is equal to E elevated to the power of pi divided by 2. That means that E for MATLAB is just a letter. It's not a built-in like that. E could be, for instance, an array. Because if I, for instance, if I copy it, okay, I write here in the common window. Okay, I have R is equal to exp of pi divided by 2. I press enter. The solution is 4.81. In the workspace, I can find R. Okay, R is here. If I copy that, okay, R is equal to E elevated to blah 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 blah, and I press enter. Unrecognized function or variable. E is unrecognized. That means that, for instance, if I because e should be a variable, but if I write, for instance, e is equal to 80, for instance, okay, now in the workspace you can find e, okay, it is equal to 80, but now I want to repropose the calculation, okay, with the arrow, r is equal to blah blah. Now the solution is here, but now r is equal to e, which is an array, and the array in the box there is an 80, okay, so it's totally different from r is equal to exp blah blah. And yeah, another point is that r now is equal to 975, but if I want to change the if I want to calculate r is equal to exp, now press enter, of course, is 4.8. Now I rewritten r, and now the solution is 4.8, but it's because I used exp, okay, explanation. Yeah, another thing, just that, and then we can keep on. Exp is a built-in, but what happened if in the command window I write exp is equal to 0.01. Now I created a new array, and it is called exp. Now exp has a new value, okay, but it should be how you say, I don't want you to use this kind of stuff. Please don't use the built-in functions and rename that and change the number inside, because they are useful for all the stuff you have to write down in the script. Thus, please try to avoid, okay, this kind of stuff. Like I can also write sin is equal to 3, and I wrote down another array called sin, but this is a built-in function, so it's better if you write down, if you don't use this as a array. So it might be better if I clear exp and clear sin. In this way, yeah, you can find in the workspace that there's no more exp or sign. And yeah, it's a good practice. I mean, it's a good point not to use as arrays exp and so on. Okay, then I need to move on, because yeah, I'm quite late. We have also the square root, and as you can see here, the square root of -25 is a complex number, as you all know, and the complex number is written like that. So it's 0, the real part, plus 5 times e, which is I, sorry, which is the of course the square root of -1, etc. And this is also the complex numbers can be calculated inside MATLAB, of course. Output format, what it's more, yeah, if you want, you can for instance 13 divided by 6 can be displayed like in the 2, okay, followed by point and 4 figures, okay. We have 1, 6, 6, 7. But if I want more, okay, more than 4 figures, I can write down this format long, and the solution will be displayed entirely, or I mean, with 2, 4, 6, 10, well, lots of figures after the dots, and this is a point. Otherwise, you can return to the previous format, writing down format short. You can write that, Okay, format long, format short here in the Livescript, but moreover, you can write them on the command window, and the solution, for instance, 13 divided by 6 is 2.4 figures, but if I write form long and then want to change here, you can find this number. Okay, so you can write down this built-in, okay, the format built-in function also in the command window. Okay, another point. Okay, what does what happens if I don't know how to use format? Okay, the built-in format. Of course, I need to know in such a way how to use format. How? Well, here in the command window, there's a built-in called help. It's like, please MATLAB, help me. I don't know what is format. Okay, now I wrote help format, and what I'm asking to MATLAB is, please MATLAB, show me what is format. I press enter, and here in the command window there is a long text in which you can find, yes, format can be followed by short, long, short T, long E, short G, short JG, long G, shorten G, long and G, okay, and this is all, and this is described what they do. So format short is a scaled fixed point format with 5 digits. Format long E is floating point format with 15 digits for double and 7 digits for single. But it's yes, of course, there's a differentiation between double and single, but it's not now the situation to talk it about. We can go on. So if you have any kind of problem, you can just type down help something, and it will be displayed all the stuff. For instance, if I want to write down help sign, I will be displayed what is sign. So sign of argument in radians, sign of x is the sign of the elements of x. Okay, and that's it. Keep on. I need to move forward quite smartly. Yeah, I need to jump. Sorry for that, but yes, of course, this is a MATLAB Onramp party. Now you can see what I wrote down. I mean, what we wrote down here in this file. But you can find MATLAB Onramp also on MATLAB Academics. This is a site on the internet, and there you can follow all the steps we followed today, and if you complete MATLAB Onramp on the site, you will gain a certificate. Okay. Okay, so move on. Yes, this is the possible data types. We have yeah, floating point numbers. Now we won't focus on all the stuff, but as you can see in the examples, A can be 1 times 25, etc. Integers, we have the integers, A is equal to blah blah. Then we have the Boolean or logical. I mean, they are logical. The name is actually logical. And it can be 1 if true or 0 if false, and that's it. And this is a way to use arrays. What else? Yeah, we can create tables, logical, the char with letters inside. That's it. That's that. Moreover is yeah. Let's try to follow the comments. Yeah. What if I want to introduce letters? this is the way. C can be equal to letters, okay? But in what type? In what kind of way? If I write here, C is equal to hello world with this affix. I write in a cell of C, okay? In a place, in the box of C, there is a place in which there is written hello world, okay? And if I run it, in the workspace, I can find C. C is hello world. What does it mean? If I double click here, in the first cell of C, there is written hello world, okay? But it's not a double or a logical like before with the other arrays, but it's a char. Char means that inside the array there is a place in which it's written a word, okay? And it is a way to maybe create a list, like in the first cell I want to, maybe there is a shopping list, in which in the first place I want to write down apples. In the second I want to write down I don't know, butter or milk, and etc. And can write down in all the cells these words, and yeah, it's another way to create arrays. But let's say, what happens if I don't see the workspace? I don't see what actually is a C, what actually is A, what actually is R. Okay, I need something to understand. I need a way to understand what is A, what is C, and it's whose. Whose is actually a built-in function which allow us to understand what arrays are. For instance, A, like A is actually equal to pi, is a 1 by 1, okay, 1 per 1. It's 8 bytes. It's typical, and the class is double. Double means a number. Okay. C on the other side is 1 times 11, and it's a 22 char, 22 bytes, and it's the class is char. Char means that we have letters inside. And whose can be used whatever. For instance, I want to write down whose of expected zero logical. The solution, because in the workspace I have expected zero logical. Expected zero logical is 1 by 1, 1 per 1. Because actually there is just one type. It's 1 byte, and the class is logical. Okay, so MATLAB can understand the differences between A, which is a double, C, which is a char, expected zero logical, which is logical. Okay, and this is yeah, a way to understand what's inside all the arrays. Okay, move on quickly. Yes, here you can write like this variable is var2, which is equal to 1 plus j times 1, and I created a complex number. This is the logical. Then we have all the chars. I can write hello comma world, and this is always string. I can create a vector. Okay, this is important. The vector is written in this way. So we have square brackets. Okay, and if I use this symbol, okay, the dot comma, I create a column vector. So this is written like 1 in the first row, -5 in the second row, pi in the third row. Okay, this means with this dot comma we have a column. But I can write down also matrix. A matrix, for instance, is written like that. So the space between 1 and 2 is just a way to say, okay, in the first column I write 1, in the second column I write 2. So the space states for we can create we are creating another column. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, then dot comma, and we have another row. So 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9 for the third row. This is a way to create matrix. And then, yes, we have an example, of course, because of time, I can run quickly. We have, as you can see, this, there is a clear role for just to blank the workspace. But then we have an array with just letters, okay, words written this way. Age, okay, is another. Is actually a vector, okay, and it's just a column vector with numbers. Then we have a logical. Logical is written like that, so we need to introduce a built-in function which is called logical, and in brackets write down a vector which is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and the height is like numbers, etc., etc. The block pressure, as you can see here, is made out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, 5 rows, and 2 columns. Here you can find a table. Thanks to the built-in function table, I can create indeed a table like that with rows and columns. Here we have last name, which is the name of the first vector, and we have the age, smoker, etc., etc. The blood pressure, as you can see here, is a matrix with 2 columns. Okay, if I want to export this matrix called my table, I can do it with the write table, okay, with a built-in function. And in the first place, I need to write down my table. In the second, I need to write the name of the file. That is it. And in this way, I can create an XLS in this way, and it is called my data. Okay. But what happens if I want to resume? To recall this table? Yeah, it's quite easy. I can create a matrix called imported data. Is an array, and thanks to a built-in function read table, I can introduce my data from this XLS called, of course, my data. But in this way I can recall, okay, the datas. What's more, I can, of course, change the numbers inside the matrix. For instance, if I want to change something in the blood pressure, I can just easily change it in this way, like going inside the matrix in properties, and then in variables names sets I can change the blood pressure. Okay, this is another point. Of course, because of time, I need to jump, but it would be really important to understand how MATLAB works. You can understand it just thinking about the floating points, the numbers, and for instance, MATLAB is a calculator, a computer. So if I use pi like number, pi, as you know, is an infinite number. an infinite numbers of figures um, after the point, but MATLAB of course can't use it as it is, as an infinite number. Thus, it needs to adjust the number, cut it, and because of that, for instance, the example we have done before, like the sinus of pi, it's not 0, just because of that. Just because pi for MATLAB is not an infinite. But yeah, this is a point of this presentation about this, the floating points and etc. But now I need to skip it and then go directly to the matrices and arrays basics. As you can see, the arrays are the bigger family. Okay, inside it we can find matrix, which is yeah, a two-dimensional array, m by n, and then we have vector, which is a one-dimensional array, is a 1 by n if it's a row, and n by 1, which is if it's a column. After that, we have what we used before, like little numbers, which is a 1 by 1, and they are scalars. They are just numbers as if they are. So the examples are here. You can write a row vector this way, or in that way using comma, but it's not really important to use commas, so if you want to jump them you can avoid. And what happened if I write that? A3 is equal to open brackets 1 dot comma 2 etc etc. This should be written like that without this apex, a column. Okay, should be a column because there are comma pointed. Okay, but with this apex I rotate the vector and it will be not just a column but a row. So this is really useful, and it is used in this way just to flip the vectors, okay, or the matrices. Okay, you can transpose the matrices, and thanks to this point. But moreover, you can write vectors in this way. Look at it. 1 double dot 4. This means create, please MATLAB, create a vector which is made out of four elements, and all elements is the first element more plus a unit. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is an array, indeed, like those are A, A2, A3, A4. They are all equal. Okay. Otherwise, we can use another way. This is 1 double dot 2 double dot 10. It means create a vector from 1 to 10 using as a step 2 units. So 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, till 9. Why not 10? Because 9 plus 2 is 11, not 10. So then this is an array, a vector of 5 units, 5 elements, and that's it. Of course, here backwards, like 10 till minus 1 with the step of minus 2. So 10 minus 8, minus 2 is 8, minus 2 is 6, etc. Then we have lid space. Lid space is another way to create arrows, to create arrays, and it means, yes, create an array of which starts from 1 till 10, and you must create an equal spaced elements, and the array must be of the length of 7 elements. elements. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 elements. Okay, so we start from 1, we end to 10, and the elements, the number of the elements must be 7. So MATLAB will divide this space from 1 to 10 in 7 parts. Another way is to create an array of just ones. So 5 elements. This means 1 row, 5 columns. So this is a vector, a row vector, and it is made out of 5 ones. The same for 0. And yeah, create a matrix on an array of random numbers can be done, and rand is the built-in function. If you want to discover what is actually rand, you can write help rand in the command window, and will be displayed rand uniformly distributed pseudo-random numbers. It's not actually random numbers, but pseudo-random numbers, which is near to random numbers. And R equal to rand of n returns an n by n matrix containing pseudo-random values. Okay, if you write down on the other side 1, 5 is an array, a vector of 1 row, 5 columns. Okay, hope it's clear for you. Okay, so keep on. We are almost at the end of the presentation. In 15 minutes we're gonna close this stuff, and then we're gonna show you what are the exercises for our challenge. And yeah, it is. This is an exercise, an example. We want to write down minus 2 times pi to 2 times pi vector. Okay, and it's a way to write down that. Okay, so this is you need to write here. It's written. It stays for an array. Okay, a vector which starts from minus 2 pi. And it lasts until 2 pi with a step of 0.2. Okay, so at the end we have an x equal to 1 times 63, and 63 is the length. Okay, there is a 1 row but 63 columns, and this is an array vector from minus 6.28 until 6.28. Okay, otherwise yeah, I mean we have other exercises like space, an application, but all that stuff you can be found directly on MATLAB Onramp, on the internet. And you can find also lots of exercises about that. This is just a way to show you what you can do and in the way you can do it. And that's it. Okay. At the end, array indexing. Okay. As you can see, MATLAB can understand. Okay. Don't look at that. It's just another point we'll show you on February in another event. But yeah, A now is created like that. Okay, these are variables, but you can understand that they are just numbers. They are in the places inside the matrix, and all that stuff has a place inside the matrix. Actually, they have an index inside, because A11 is in the first row in the first column. A33 is in the third row in the third column. So they have an index inside A, which is a matrix. A, of course, is a matrix. Now, let's say I want to pick up the element in the first row and the second column, and I want to name an array with that element. Okay, how can I do it? Of course, we create a vector, or maybe an array, and which is equal to A, but not A as matrix, just the first row, the second column, which is A1, 2. This is the A12, which is this one, okay? And I picked up the number, and I now have an array with that number, okay? What happens if I want to just pick up all the row? I need to write A and brackets 1, double dot, and yeah, I have the first row, okay? What happens if I want the column? Of course, you use the double dot here in the first place of the brackets, and the second, I want to pick up the second row, thus I need to write 2. What happens if I want to pick up the last two numbers of the first row? I need to write 1, then I need to write from the second column of the first row until the end. And of course, we have a matrix of 3 times 3, thus we have to pick up just two elements, the second until the end, which is A13. And that's it. If I want to rename the one element of the matrix, I just need to write the index of what I want to change, and then replace it with the number. Sorry, and that is a way. Otherwise, if I want to create a new matrix with only a part of the first matrix A, I just can in this way. Note that in this line I write in this way. A now it's not more a 3 by 3, but it's just a 2 by 3. In which way? In this way I write how can I easily I can just replace the first row with a blank array, with a blank array. In this way, A is no more a 3 times 3, but it's just a 2 times 3 with the second and third row and always the 3 columns. Okay. If I want to glue all the matrices, I can just in this way. I show you. I introduce the matrix A, introduce the matrix X. I want to create a new matrix recalled A, and as you can see, A and X are pasted together, and now I have no more a 2 by 2 or a 2 by 1, but I have a 2 by 3. Okay, just in this way. Okay. Remember that, of course, I created a matrix right now. In the same way, I added a new line, a new row. Here at the end, I have other built-in function, which the built-in function indeed can work directly to vectors and to matrices. In this way, I created a vector, namespace, blah blah blah, and with y equal to sine of x is another vector, but is the sign of all the stuff inside x. Okay, so the first one start with 0 is a sine of 0, sine of 2 times pi, and etc. 4 times pi. The same for instance, log, logarithm. The tan is equal to sine of cosine, or trigonometry, and that's it. It's I think that we have reached what we wanted to explain you. This is a way to introduce. Yes, it's just an introduction, but this is just a way. There is the entire MATLAB Onramp on the internet, but of course on on Friday, sorry, we will see the second part, which is much more important than that, because on Friday we will see the plotting. Okay, thus is quite important, because usually in engineering we apply all the numbers and try to plot them just to understand how the calculation is evolving, sorry, and yeah, it's much more much that does the basics, and I hope you will follow us on Friday. Okay, that's yeah, another point about the arrays. But by the way, now we would like all together, me and Andrea, show you that we have you. Okay, let's say okay. I need to open the PowerPoint, and inside we have the exercises, and switch the slides. Okay, so are you here, Andrea? If you want,
yeah, yes, of course,
yeah,
I am.
yeah, I want. We would like to show people the exercises, but yeah, it's just overview. What can I say about the exercises, Andrea? That
Yes,
yeah.
so we wanted to, yes, we wanted to, let's say, give you some exercises to practice on what we've seen today. And also make it a little bit more interesting, because if you want to, let's say, to check if you've done them correctly, you can send the scripts you've created to us via mail. And then what we want to do is to reward the fastest solvers of these exercises by sending out gadgets of MATLAB to those who send us the fastest solutions. So you can send, you can do a screenshot now of the screen to save the questions of the exercises, but still we're uploading them on the Facebook group. And if you're not on the Facebook group, you should join to receive all the updates of our activities. Or also we can send exercises to you by email if you ask us. And then on Friday we will tell the let's say the winners of those of you who take part to this let's say little contest. And so later we can talk to the winners because of course, because of COVID we can't see you face to face. So we will send this gadget by mail.
Yeah. So, what else to say? Yes, we will upload all the exercises on Facebook. If somebody doesn't have Facebook, we can send the exercises by mail. Just tell us. And of course, on Friday we will tell you that who will win, and of course what kind of gadgets will gain. What else? I think that we are now you can see me, but not Andrea. Let's find out. Okay, this is it, and I hope you enjoyed this stays with us. And if you have questions, please send us mails or just contact us on Facebook or wherever. Also, yeah, I think that the live is gonna close in some minutes, so not be possible to write there. But yeah, if you have problems, please contact us. So it has been hopefully amazing this time, and interesting indeed. And what else? Nothing. So catch you guys
Nothing.
on Friday. And
yes, for the part 2 of the ramp.
Yeah, exactly. So see you then,
we'll
guys.
continue working.
And of course, try to work for this exercise, to just solve the exercise, just to win the gadgets. And yeah, that's it. See you guys. See you next.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Friday. Bye bye.